Yo, what's up guys, Dan Blitz here, back with another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. I was quite surprised that they actually dropped this, considering it's been months since the last one, but they actually dropped a Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra developer letter. I believe the last one was actually announcing that they were going to be removing the Star Collection around near release. So the fact that we're actually getting one now is quite surprising. So let's read in game. It's not on their it's not up on their official website, so we're going to have to look in game for it. Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra developer letter. Thank you very much for your continued support of Squadra. This is the development team. In this letter, we would like to share details regarding the upcoming adjustments we've mentioned previously. Discussions regarding certain matters are still ongoing and details are subject to change, but we would appreciate it if you could give the letter a read nonetheless. Regarding Gekishin rules, so this is just the main game. Gameplay will fundamentally remain the same with the addition of these changes. A function that allows players to adjust the bird's eye view camera angle to make it easier to follow the flow of the game. An easy to understand tutorial and well organized content for beginners. Opportunities for comebacks in the late stages of a match without undermining the progress made throughout the game. Adjustments to movement speed, skill cooldown times, and reduced skill ranges to make combat against enemy NPCs and heroes more strategic and enjoyable. We are considering these adjustments and more so that longtime players and the newcomers alike can enjoy playing the game with minimal stress. So this is them explicitly saying that they, the new camera that's in the game right now, that's quite controversial. People like it, some people really hate it. It seems like they're going to be out of function later on down the game that might bring back the old camera, might make you even more zoomed out if you truly wish. There's no to say exactly how they plan to implement this, if it's just going to be either the current camera system that we have in Season 4 beyond, or if we're going to go back to the old camera system that was, Season 3 and before that, and going back into the first beta. Who's to say? It was definitely a weird change during my first game playing it, but during the God Goku showcase, while it was still obviously a thing for me to get adjusted to, it's fine, right? I do think the fact that they made the map less colorful does suck. But if they're saying that they're going to allow a function to either switch between the old camera and the new camera, I think it's amazing. Now, they're saying it's going to take some time, and the fact that they put this out, pretty much right away, I think shows that they know players were not going to be happy, and some players are not rightfully happy. I'm fine with the new camera, but I also like the old camera. So if there's going to be an option to switch between the two, that'd be awesome. If they're planning to redo the tutorial, I think that'd be awesome. The tutorial covers literally the absolute bare minimum that you need to know the game of. Okay, here's how you skills. This is how you attack. This is how you push guys with destruction. This is how you transform. Here's your ultimate. Defeat the Dragon Shell, get the Dragon Ball, and win. It is very bare bones, very minimum, and honestly could use a lot more work. Maybe show off better farming, actually have us play on the actual map itself, because the tutorial is just like one lane. So having a better tutorial and maybe better content for beginners would be great. Beginners right now, when they beat the tutorial, they get Goku, Piccolo, and Vegeta for free. Why not add in Krillin there as well, so they can get a free technical? I don't know why we're giving 2 damage characters and a tank, where's the technical character there? You can even give him Majin Buu or Kid Gohan if you really wanted to. Maybe give a better access besides just the beginner missions. Maybe if you complete the beginner missions, you will unlock a free hero. What if you complete the beginner missions and you'll get, Super Saiyan 3 Goku for free? I think that'd be awesome. More opportunities for comebacks. That could be potentially very scary because comeback mechanics can be very decisive in games. So I'm interested to see how they implement that. And if they're actually planning to reduce, general movement speed, cooldown times, and skill ranges to make fighting NPCs and bosses more strategic and enjoyable, could be interesting, but it might also impact team fights. So very interesting changes that they're planning to make to the main game. But I think the biggest one for right now is being able to adjust the camera angle. If are we going to be able to go back to the old camera system? Are we going to have an even more zoomed up option for the new camera? Is it going to be just something in the settings? Is it just going to be, like a slider? Who's to say? But, they said they're considering these adjustments and more. So this is not, I'd imagine, anytime soon. I imagine this might be a long time out. So that's everything that I'm planning to talk about that here. While delivering exhilarating gameplay that defines the title is important to us, we recognize that the current meta has continued to skew towards valuing wide area, high damage, and guaranteed crowd control. Since this trend risks hindering gameplay diversity and hero performance in the long run, we would like to make adjustments that strike the optimal balance between strategic depth and player excitement. We are also carefully considering the numerous requests we have received regarding desire to watch heroes up close even during matches. That's a very interesting that they're saying there. We are also carefully considering the numerous requests we have received regarding the desire to watch heroes up close even during matches. I think what this means is you see a trailer. You see, I don't know, the Season 4 trailer. You're seeing all these 6 shots of the MVPs, intros, finishers, victory poses, transformations of, God Goku, and they look awesome. And then you're also seeing, very zoomed in shots of, Goku using his skill 2 of, like, the gun laser beam. And you're like, whoa, that looks awesome. And then you get in game, and, well, yeah, you're seeing the intro, MVP, finisher, emotes, all that. You're not seeing the zoomed in of the characters actually using their skills. Some of these shots are awesome. I've used them in thumbnails before. But you would never see, Goku charging up to get his, let's say skill 3 of the dragon around him. You'll never see that zoomed in ever in game. So it's interesting that they are considering potentially having a better way to show that. I think that is very interesting. And even just talking about the meta, that the fact that it's valuing a wide area, high damage, and guaranteed crowd control. I mean, yeah. Character like Kefla, wide area, here skill 2, especially max out, it's wide range, has a lot high damage. Guaranteed crowd control is something like the tanks, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, we saw dominate against his wall that can block paths, and when he stuns someone towards a wall with its stupidly strong hitbox on it, would stun for like 2 or 3 seconds. We now saw Bardock being super strong because, he has guaranteed crowd control of his skill 1 that he can do 3 times. That does a lot of damage, especially if Bardock hits people towards the wall. And then his skill 2, applying the taunt to people that for like 1 second guaranteed, is very strong. We saw them remove the Gamma stagger on their ult because it was super strong. We saw them remove like the Kaioken stagger from Super Saiyan Goku because it's very strong. Guaranteed crowd control is really strong, and especially a game like this where you can melt in like 5 seconds if you don't have like solid barrier defense, divine cards. Having guaranteed crowd control and high damage, you're just gonna one-shot people a lot of the time. And while I think that is, Dragon Ball should be a lot about high damage, pairing that with guaranteed crowd control makes things unfun. How many times, Ultimate Gohan, perfect example. How many times does he skill 2'd you, switch places with you, and then locks you to a wall? He then does his skill 1, auto attacks you, he stuns. He'll then fear you, used to like skill 2 again, stuns you, back into the wall. Then uses like his skill 1 again, stuns you, and then you die. And this is not even including his all, which he could do. Like, that's happened to everyone, that Ultimate Gohan just 100 is from full health, you'll die because he just stuns you the whole time, and there's nothing you can do about it. Guaranteed crowd control is super strong, especially if you have, like, they're saying paired with high damage. So they're looking to switch away from that. I think that'd be great, and especially considering we've seen that impact the strength of characters. Android 18, I think, is a famous example where, because she doesn't have wide area, high damage, or guaranteed crowd control, she struggles a lot. Because, yeah, she can do a high damage with her skill 3 and her ult. But, how is she going to get into, like, I don't know, let's just say how she's going to get on top of a KO doing that? She has to use one of her movement abilities just to even get in, like, KO's range. And then she's going to have to spend all that damage in the middle of the team when she can get guaranteed crowd control and instantly die. Well, again, like a KO can just skill 3 in the back, use skill 1, wide area, high damage, just can instantly kill a whole team. So this is the thing that they're already trying to skew away from that, and I'm interested if they do actually decide to see these cool zoom in effects on moves, because I think that's what they're talking about. That'd be very interesting to see. I don't know how they would do that, but I think that's, again, people falling for marketing, and they want that, which it would still be awesome to see in game, but I just don't see how they would do it. Regarding the Star Collection, I actually made a video on this right before the Season 4 Squadra talk, if there's a chance it was going to be removed, since they mentioned that it was going to be removed during Season 2. And we actually have an update on it, so let's read. As previously mentioned, we would like to make changes to the Star Collection with this goal in mind. Redefining the relationship between acquiring heroes and figure grades to be more intuitive and easier to understand. Because I remember at the beginning of the game, it was kind of confusing, how do you get your hero members, you get these Zenny, you upgrade, like, how do you get far enough in the Star Collection? Oh, you gotta upgrade this figure statues? Okay, I upgraded it. Oh, I went up by 1. I gotta do this how many times per character? I just want this one character, How am I ever gonna get every character when there's only 2 tier 1 unlocks, just Cell, 18, and Hit? That, one of them is like a level 100. I'm never hitting that, especially with how rare Zenny and hero members were back in the day. And I figure a lot of players probably quit off of that. And I think the true issue is also you're not being able to buy the newest characters without having to spend actual money in the game. You know, you're gonna have, you know, this huge big celebration of Season 4. You're getting all these free characters. Vegeta, Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Goku's free for this week, you know? There's all these, you know, different things, bundles you could buy to get all the characters, you know? I'd imagine later on in the season we'll get, like, doubled hero memories as well. But if players are not gonna be able to get the newest characters, God Goku, God Vegeta, Kid Buu, they're gonna stop playing, because that's probably the main reason why they started playing. So they need to actually change that, but let's continue reading. Additionally, we plan to adjust the current system, which encourages players to experiment with a wide range of heroes that they may not like or be familiar with in order to efficiently acquire new ones. Because that is their ideology, is they don't want you to play only one character the whole time and get the rest of the cast. That's not their goal. Their goal is, you know, especially let's see if that game starts. You start with Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Piccolo. You play Super Saiyan Goku a lot. You're upgrading his hero statues, you know, you're spending your Zenny. You eventually get far enough that it's too much of a grind to get right away for the start to upgrade his hero statue. So then they want you to swap to Piccolo, try someone new, upgrade, play him a decent amount, get far enough in his hero statue, and by the time you do that, maybe you'll unlock a new character in the hero collection, or star collection. Then you might swap to Vegeta, do the same thing with Vegeta. Then you might swap to Kid Gohan, and maybe from Kid Gohan you might go to like Majin Buu, Kale, and all of this. You know, they want you to play every character, but you know, some players just won't want to. You know, how many people actually were excited to play Deborah, for example? How many players just want to play Vegeta? How many players just want to play Broly, Super Saiyan 3 Goku? So they need to make a way to have less hype characters enticing for players. And a good way to do that is just letting it be easier to upgrade your star collection system to unlock more characters this way. So I get what they're going for. I just think the main issue is just letting every player be able to unlock those characters that come out right away. I think that's just the biggest thing they need to focus on, but I get why they don't. In conjunction with the Gekishin rules mentioned above, we aim to make these adjustments and revisions in 6 months' time. So pretty much at the 1-year anniversary, we should be seeing the update to the Star Collection. So, you know, my video, I said it was like a 30% chance it could happen here, 70% chance not, and it looks like I was right, where it's not coming anytime soon. It's the 1-year anniversary, which, you know, makes sense. You know, I still apply the logic that, you know, big anniversary hype, you throw in hype characters. Like, imagine first year anniversaries, like Vegito Blue, Super Baby 2, and let's say Blue Goku. I don't know. So you pair those all together, people are hyped. Then they have this new Star Collection system that makes things significantly easier to unlock new characters, and things are just better. So that's why I'm saying they should pair with a big celebration, like an anniversary, so to get more players interested, that they would just already have a higher player count because of that. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but we would appreciate your understanding that these major changes take some time as we proceed with careful deliberation. I mean, yeah, if there's... I mean, they especially have to be careful with this update, you know. The Star Collection system as we have it now was the second time that they've tried a system of unlocking characters, and people didn't like it. People didn't like their first attempt either with like the shop level. If they mess up a third attempt and makes it a character unlocking system that's just not fun, not only have they wasted money and resources doing that, they've now lost players' trust and might even lose more players because of it. So they have to be very careful and considering. It's also recontextualizing the whole game, so that's why they have to be super careful of it. As mentioned earlier, please note that some of these details are subject to change. Yeah, I mean, of course. In addition to the features mentioned above, we plan to diversify customization options by introducing banners for each hero and implement unique UI updates for certain platforms. We plan to continue making adjustments and improvements to ensure you can enjoy the game, so please look forward to the half-anniversary campaign starting today, Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra development team. So they're looking to diversify customization options, which, you know, I'll accept the gifts. Make sure you guys accept this gift of that free. It's a 3,000 Zenny. But it sounds like, you know, they want to introduce more things for the customers here, because for stamps, I don't know about you guys, I only ever use this if I see someone else on my team use it. I don't personally use this at all. Maybe unless we win, I'll put a stamp, but it's not a system I actively use. Hit effects, I mean, these are cool. You know, they gave out the, you know, the fireworks one for New Year's, but again, kind of whatever. These are so small, so minuscule that it could be kind of hard to notice, except for like the first time, and then or if someone pointed out, kind of hard to really notice it. Is there whatever? The two big ones, at least right now, are the home screen effects. You know, I really love how these look. We know there's one coming with that has a God Goku and God Vegeta one. Who knows if that's going to be the special pass, half anniversary Vegeta pass, which I'm guessing is Vegeta, because since Goku got the loading screen, so maybe they'll put that there. But it's that, and then the new loading screens. You know, we have this one that you can get from that's the special pass half anniversary Goku pass. So those are like the main customizations on top of skins. I think if they want better like income, one, I think the skins need to be better. Like, okay, like I think some of the long skins pretty good. Like those two are fine. I know the Switch and long skin, but good. But then we start getting into skins like this. This is not good enough to get players, I think, to spend 350 Dragon Jumps, which is like $10. It's not good enough, you know. It should just be. I get it. Yes, that probably was a fit that he looked like during one of the movies or even the sagas, but it's just not different enough. I think the truly special skins are things that look really different. You know, this looks dramatically different. Is it still kind of the similar thing that I'm talking about? Yeah, but I think the fact that the top of the gi is fully gone, so it's a blue shirt, makes it better. You know, it should be canonical suits that look dramatically different, like the Krillin one, the Oob one, the Trunks tank top one. This Vegeta one's also like, okay, yeah. Well, that or like unique stuff like Boo in pajamas, Caulifla wearing the Universe 7 Saiyan armor. You know, Topo in a suit. This kid's awesome. Because, like, look, I think Bardock and God Goku showed this best. Like, yes, this is how he looked during the Chilled special, but, like, come on now. Like, come on. I think their skins, one, need to be more frequent if they want more income, and two, just be, like, higher quality than just torn battle armor. And I also think they need to improve the battle pass. You know, I'm going to make a video talking about if this is worth it or not. But the main problem with the battle pass is the skins are rage skins, which are just gradients for both the free and the premium skins. Like, what if the battle pass, let's say next season, you can keep the rage skin as like the free skin. What if the two premium skins were like, I don't know, driving Piccolo and let's say, I was gonna say Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta with a mustache, but I don't know if that would be enough for players. You know, let's say Kale and like the Broly wearing armor, like with like all the gold, the necklaces, and all that. Just dramatically different stuff, because we're seeing that. You know, we're getting Broly wearing Tarlis's armor, we're getting Trunks wearing Tapion's fit. Imagine if those two skins were Battle Pass. I think that would dramatically increase the value of the Battle Pass and get more players willing to spend money, because those skins are, you know, awesome looking. I think if you're looking for ways to get more monetization, I think that's an easy way. Just improve the skins of the Battle Pass. You know, move away from rage skins and make more traditional skins. As well as if they also really wanted money, they could just have guaranteed ways to buy like emotes. Like imagine a tab here in the shop. You spend, I don't know, let's just say 300 Dragon Jumps, and you can guarantee yourself an epic Vegito MVP. Or you spend 500 and guarantee yourself the legendary Goku intro, or God Goku intro. I think players would be willing to spend money on that than having to go through gacha. And the banners, the system that I'm talking about, I don't know how that would look, if that would like be down here with like the badge, like under the badges. Maybe that could be a banner there. But you know, obviously yes, because they do need to focus on monetization to keep the game afloat. So I get why they're looking for stuff. But all these changes that they're talking about sound very interesting and good. I'm most interested in the camera changes. You know, are we going to be able to revert back to the old camera that players were wanting for? Are we going to be able to even zoom out even more? That'd be pretty funny. Are we going to be able to like change the zoom on the fly in game? Because that's like all other MOBAs like League of Legends lets you do that, where you can go super zoomed in or super zoomed out. So there's a lot of interesting changes here. You know, it's going to take a while for us to see it, but I have faith in Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra that they can actually, you know, deliver on all these promises and make, you know, the game even better than it already is. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It means a lot to me. Stay tapped in the channel if you want to see update everything Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, including featuring this coverage, you know, our videos on God Goku, and everything else you need to know about the game with new potential news and updates. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!